What's going on, people? It's your boy Uche again. It is very true that life is all about ups and downs, and you cannot maximize life if you don't lean into the ups and the downs. Life comes in so many different seasons. This is why the Bible says nothing under the earth stays the same. Everything is constantly moving. This is You can even look at this from a science perspective. Literally everything is moving. The earth itself is moving. The universe itself is expanding. Your body is literally moving. Every single thing about this realm is constantly moving. Nothing stays the exact same. So this is why I'd like to talk about life in seasons and phases. But whatever phase that you're in, do your best to lean into it, no matter what. No matter how painful it is, no matter how exciting it is, you cannot say that you're living life to the fullest if you don't close the circle in the good and the bad, because both of those things are gifts, no matter what. Okay, especially if you believe in God. The reason why you're going through those things is because it's either a lesson or some type of test to your faith, okay? And believe that God is with you the entire time. This is equivalent to what happened to Job, okay? Job went through all those temptations, those trials that he went through, knowing that God is doing it for greater reasons. He never cursed God, he was steadfast in God's love to the end. But I will say this though, doesn't matter what season you're in. However, when you are in a season where the sun is shining on you, your prime season, okay, whether it's in your body, your mind, or your spirit, you need to be intentional in making hay while the sun shines. You can interpret this in whatever version you want. Okay, for example, in your prime, your physical. Appreciate your body for what it is. Take care of your body, though. If you need to freeze your eggs, freeze your eggs. If you want to have kids, have kids. If you've always wanted to be a model, you have this inclination for model. Do it, because that is the season that you're in where your body is on fleek. Not a problem. Look at yourself in the mirror and tell yourself that you're baddie. Not a problem. Something too financially. If you are in a season where you're making a lot of money, invest your money. Buy properties, invest in real estate and things like that, because this is a season that you're in right now. Remember, everything will be taken away from you in this life. If not now, in death. Every single thing, including your body, will be taken away from you, if not now, in death. So make sure you make hay while the sun shines. However, I want to use this opportunity to beg you. While the sun shines on you in body, mind, and spirit, it is imperative, extremely important, that you build community. Real community. I'm not just talking about the people you hang out with and you drink and you laugh and you just gossip. No, no, no. Real, real, bona fide, genuine, authentic community. This is more important than money, more important than anything in this world. It is very, 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 very crucial that you invest time in community. Even Jesus himself knew this, and this is why he had 12 disciples. 12, fool. He had 12. He didn't have a multitude, just 12. The most powerful person in this world, in this realm, only had 12 disciples. This is because the less people you have in your community, the less distortion you have in your community, and the more likely you are able to overcome and love in your community. Even Jesus was smart enough to know this. I've said before, the best thing that you can do for yourself in this world is to work on yourself unapologetically. The second best thing you can do for yourself is to be picky, the people you let into your circle, okay? These are the people that will help you overcome when the night comes. In your prime, for the most part, you're able to do it on your own. Okay, and when the sun is shining on you, your mental is on fleek. You're able to manifest. You're able to, like your mouth is running like water, no problem, because you got it. But time will come when you may not necessarily got it, and the people in your circle are going to be the people who will determine how you're able to navigate through those situations. Be picky, the people you call friends. Please stop calling everybody your friend. Stop calling every Tom, Dick, and Harry your friend. Not everybody who dines and wines with you and smiles and laughs with you is truly happy for you, okay? And it's not necessarily because these people are bad people. They're just going through their own phases in life, their own struggles in life. And a lot of them don't even know what love, true love, and affection is. A lot of them were born in pain. The only way that they know to show affection is by perpetuating their own pain. So give them grace by not necessarily holding it against them, but at the same time to be realistic, okay? If you do not recognize yourself in somebody, let that person go and move on. You tolerate that person when you encounter that person, when you're interacting with that person. That is a good quality. That is a Christian quality. You're supposed to tolerate people who are different from you, people you don't recognize. Tolerate them with healthy boundaries, of course. You have to have boundaries, because if you don't have boundaries, there are people who would like to walk in and just drag you down. These are energy sucking vampires. You have to have strong boundaries, but tolerate them. That is indicative indicative of EQ. However, you do not build a relationship on tolerance alone, because when you are tolerating someone and you build a relationship off of that, when that relationship gets tested, which is inevitable, everything will come crashing down. It will reveal that it was never really rooted on anything substantial to begin with. This is why you do not build a relationship on tolerance alone. However, you can tolerate your encounter with them when the universe brings you together. Not a problem. But be intentional in picking people that you call friends, people you want to grow old with, men and women. My advice is that the number one thing, the number one quality you want to see in people before you let somebody into your circle is emotional intelligence, EQ. I've broken this down so many times in so many different episodes as to what EQ is. Different people call it different names: emotional intelligence, EQ, empathy, love, divine love, Christ. Doesn't matter what you call it. Doesn't matter what you call it. I'm talking about divine love, unconditional love, a love that never ends. As in, even if you divorce, even if you break up, it transcends life and death itself. As in, this person knows that you want to unalive them, yet they still love you nonetheless. They'll still hold you accountable. They'll give you a restraining order if they need to. They'll sue you if they need to. This person knows that you committed a heinous crime, a crime that is so despicable, untalkable, whatever the situation is, but they'll still come to jail to see you. They will not talk shit about you. They will not slander you, because they know that in order for you to do something so heinous, they know that you must have been in pain. And the thing that the ruler of this world has gotten to you. So therefore, the only thing that you need right now while you're locked up is to have your spirit pumped up, so they will come to see you. And this is why they say a friend in need is a friend indeed. In this situation, you are in need of your spirit being lifted because of how low your spirit has gone, because of how you have fallen prey to the forces in this world. Not the ones who will slander you and talk shit about you like they're doing with P. Diddy and R. Kelly and all these other people who the word has put on a pedestal, and then because it slipped, now all of a sudden you see that those loyalties were never really there. Like all those, love that these people put these people on a pedestal was never really there. It's just they're fleeting. That's not the kind of love I'm talking about. That's a fleeting type of love. I'm talking about the kind of love that Jesus had for Judas. When Jesus knew that Judas would betray him, yet he still loved him nonetheless. Yet he still ate with him. Yet he still forgave him in his own heart. That is what it means to be a Christian, to love unconditionally, just like Christ did. And you need to be still in doing this. It's going to be very difficult for you to find this, because this quality is so difficult. It's very rare to find. And this is because of the culture and the world that we live in. The world we live in right now is a world that reeks of apathy. And this is on purpose, by the way. The powers and principalities and rulers of this world have intentionally created systems that reek of apathy, because apathy is the opposite of empathy. Divide and conquer. The more divided people are, the more they're able to conquer. Just like Jesus said, no nation divided among itself will stand. And the people who rule this world have intentionally weaved apathy into the systems itself to keep the average person separated, divided. That's on purpose. So that's going to be very difficult for you to find. It's actually relatively easier for you to find women who have EQ than men who have EQ. And this is because of patriarchy, okay? If you find yourself in friend groups where people are messy and gossip all the time, tomorrow will be your turn. Just not right now. Today they're talking about someone else. But tomorrow, when you're in need, you will be the food on the menu. That is your indication for you to start limiting encounter with people like that. Remember, great minds talk with people. Losers talk about people. Don't forget that. This is also why I always say that you need to get comfortable being alone, because the path of self-discovery is often lonely and sometimes could get quite dark. But get comfortable being alone, because it's better for you to walk this earth alone in silence and stillness with intentionality, and for you to walk this earth with a bunch of people, yet you are lonely with them, okay? Like I said, please make hay while the sun shines. It is very, very important that you build community. Be intentional with your community building, okay? If you live your life in truth and in spirit, aka in silence and stillness and humility, the spirit within you will lead you to the people that you need to build relationships with, and be intentional with them. If you don't recognize yourself in someone, let them go and move on. If you do recognize yourself with that person, take your time, build community, because these are the people that will help you overcome, pull through when the night comes, okay? Like I said in my book, if you're interested in my book, link is in the bio. Remember, love is light, even at night. Love is love, even when it's tough. Don't forget that. Uche, peace, and love.